What is up, YouTube? Welcome back into the channel. If you're a new viewer here, welcome in, man. Appreciate everybody who is coming back into the back end after I've been gone for a little while. I took a break from betting, and I'm just doing YouTube videos and all that stuff because a lot of nonsense, but it's all good. We back here now, and I'm gonna go right into it for you. I don't have no face cam, so we're just gonna get right into it. First, we're gonna start with the first game of the day, which is Hornets versus 76ers. We got LaMelo Ball being out of this game now. Joel Embiid's a game time decision, but if he does play, definitely a good look for his rebounds or points. But I'm not playing Joel Embiid because honestly, man, I'm not gonna play somebody who you never know. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna get injured at some point in the game or just not play hard. Like as you see this season, he has not been playing that good. In the games he has played, only in 2 games where he did have a good matchup. But man, Joel Embiid's on my ban list, man. I ain't messing with him no more, man. I'm tired of his fragile ass, bro. He's like the glass guy from SpongeBob, bro. Like, I can't trust him. And can we talk about Draymond Green, bro? He will never touch a slip in this lifetime again, bro. Draymond Green is the most abysmal, poor excuse of a basketball player I've ever seen in my life. And I don't care about the accolades, bro. Miss me with that bullshit, bro. You can replace Draymond Green with anybody who can do the same shit as him, but better. Like, 100%. Like get the fuck out of here. Draymond is ass, bro. Ass, bro. Ass. I don't care. But yeah, Joel Embiid would have been a good look, but I don't trust him. I mean, the next we can go with is probably bump Tyrese Maxey down, maybe get him at like 20 points. So I like Tyrese Maxey for 20 points today. I think that's a really good play with this matchup. I mean, if Joel Embiid does play, which, like I said, game time decision, he has scored 20 in 2 of the games that they played. And then if we'd say without Joel Embiid, he definitely goes over the 20 points in majority of the games because he's asked to score more. And you see the 2 games against this team without Joel Embiid, he did score 21 and 40. So the defensive matchup says it as well. It's a very good defensive matchup for Tyrese Maxey to score some points today. So I like Tyrese Maxey over 20 points. If you want to take his regular line, it's good. I also like his assists today at 4 assists, bumping this down as well, putting this like a parlay piece. He has been very consistently getting 4 assists this year, 11 out of 15 hit rate. I mean, head to head, he had 5 and 7, so I like it. And then last year, he had 4 and 5, so kind of very consistent with getting those assists. When even with him beat out, he's still looking to pass the ball and get other people involved because he knows he can't just score 80 himself and win. So Tyrese Maxey assist is a good look. And then if Joel Embiid doesn't play, Paul George is over 20 points is a really good look. But if Joel Embiid plays, it's definitely gonna it's gonna suck, bro. It's gonna suck. Let's just be honest. Like with Joel Embiid in the lineup, he doesn't score as much, and I hate it because Paul George right now I want to see him score more than what he does with Joel Embiid on the floor. But Joel Embiid does take up a lot of the scoring, and he just holds the ball a lot. So let's just be honest, it's not looking good for stats of him getting 15 points, but I would still play his 15 points just because of how he's been playing lately. Paul George will be good for 15 points today, regardless if Joel Embiid plays or not. I mean, the last game they played together, he did get 15 against the Pacers, and I mean, some of these weren't just favorable matchups. Like against Memphis, he didn't play the full game. He only played 17 minutes. I think he got hurt that game or whatever happened. Um, and this was just a bad game against the Bulls. I mean, you could just take that as like an outlier. And then the Magic are a really good defensive team, so I take that with a grain of salt. He's not going against a good defensive team, and he's gotten over his points both times he's played him already. So Paul George for 15 or 20 today is a good look. I would just say if Joel Embiid's playing, I wouldn't like it, but over 15 points, I think he definitely gets that pretty much easily. All right, and so let's go to Kelly Oubre. So this is one of my main picks that I think I'm going with today. That's Kelly Oubre over 2 assists against his old team. I mean, the hit rate looks great against people at the same position or same style as Kelly Oubre. So it's a 4 out of 4 hit rate. I mean, it's showing Paul George. I mean, he did get a high amount of assists on both the games he played. So if you want to look at Paul George's assists too, it might be a good play today as well. But Kelly Oubre head to head against his old team. He had 4 and 3, and then he had 1 game where he went under this assist line. But I'll take that as an outlier because I mean last year he didn't get as much, I would say, assists or playing time these 2 games. But as of late, Kelly Oubre has been getting a lot more playing time. See, he got 40 minutes there, 29, 32. It's been very consistent with Kelly Oubre. He's been in that lineup in a a main piece of that lineup this year. So as you can see, that his minutes has gone up significantly at the end of this year. So I like the 2 assists in this spot. If we just go with the last 10 games or like the last 5, the hit rate looks better. You know, when you see the totality of the season, it kind of makes it look a little bit more ugly. But as you can see, he's been dishing the rock a good amount in losses and wins. So it looks like we can really bet on this. I mean, he did get 38 minutes, only got 1 assist in 1 game. But having this low line of 2 assists, I think it's a good bet to take. But I'm going to give you my final plays in the comment section below. But this is one of the plays I am playing today. It's Kelly Oubre, 2 assists. I think that's a really good look for him to get 2 against his old team. And so on the other side of the ball, if I'm betting anybody, it will be Miles Bridges. Um, um, Now that LaMelo Ball is out, I think Miles Bridges does have a good game. I mean, if we go to 2023 and 2024, he hit 25 and 27, and this was without LaMelo being in the lineup. So without LaMelo, I mean, he did also struggle in 2 other games against them. But as of this year, I mean, he did play with LaMelo in this game. They lost by 13, but no Joel Embiid. I don't believe so. So he scored 24 points. So I can see him definitely getting that line today. But one a good look for him is the rebounds. He only had 6 in 28 minutes. I think he plays a little bit more minutes today if they do keep it close, and hopefully it is not a blowout. But I don't think Philly is really blowing out too many teams like that because they're not really that deep of a team. They're very top heavy. I mean, once Embiid comes out of the game, Maxey comes out of the game, they interchange George and stuff like that. They're not as deep as some of these teams, but I mean, Charlotte's really bad, so they could get blown out any goddamn game. So Miles Bridges over rebounds if it's not a blowout. So you can see last year he got 9, 11, 11, and 10. And this was without LaMelo in the lineup, and he had 39 minutes played, 40 minutes played, and 31 minutes played. So might be a good look to get his over rebounds today. I think that might be a good play for Miles Bridges. And when we go through Prop Madness and see the hit rate, it does say 47% hit rate. But if we're going against the style of player he is, it looks like he does normally hit that line or the line that they put out there for him, or other people in the same position he plays in. That's why I kind of like this. It kind of shows you a little bit. But those are my only picks for that game. I'll put in the comment section the ones I'm actually gonna really ride with today. But I like all those picks. 20 points for Maxey, 15 for George, Kelly Oubre 2 assists, Miles Bridges over 5.5 rebounds. You can even bump it down to 5 or to get 6. I think he does get that line. But let's get to the next portion of this, and we're going to the Cleveland Cavaliers versus the Bucks. And I'll tell you my lean for the Hornets and 76ers. I would lean towards the 76ers money line, but also, definitely just lean towards the 76ers money line just because at the end of the day, LaMelo being out is a big deal. And I think that the Hornets won't be able to overcome all the losses they have on their team. Compared to the 76ers, having Joel Embiid come back in the lineup, and even if he doesn't come back, Maxey and Paul George were playing great in the last couple games they played against this team. So I don't see them slowing down. So I see them, just washing them. So if you want my lean on the game, I would say 76ers money line. I wouldn't take the spread on the Hornets side, even if it's a big spread, just because I don't know, man. Hornets could get blown up by like 30. So you never know. And they're on the road. Not a good look for the Hornets. Next is the Bucks and Cavaliers, and the Bucks are away, riding off of the high of the NBA Cup, winning that. Giannis, I don't care what game it is, man. Giannis is going to hoop. Giannis is just that guy, okay? But we're going to start with Donovan Mitchell. And the one thing I like for Donovan Mitchell today, we're going to bump down his assists at 4.5 and bump it down to 4. And the reason why, if we look at the last, head-to-head matchup, he did get 4 in both of these matchups. But not only that, previous year, he got way over this line in all of the matchups against each other. But the one thing we like the most is the recency and how Donovan Mitchell has been diming the ball lately. In the last 10 games, he's hit this line over 8 out of 10 times. And I mean, if you want to bump it up one more, 8 out of 10 times in the 4.5. So if you want to take his 5 assists straight, I think that's a good bet for today. I mean, against position, it doesn't look too well. I mean, Bucks have been playing better defense, but there's no Damian Lillard today, so it's going to be a little bit, I feel like, tougher for the Bucks to matched Cleveland's scoring. Yeah, I think Donovan Mitchell is going to be a main facilitator today for the Cleveland Cavaliers, and so that's why I'm looking more towards his assists than his points. You can definitely take his points today too. I think over 15 is as high as I'll go right now, or 20. I won't go higher than that just because I've seen Donovan Mitchell have those nights where he's not really scoring that much. You see against the Heat, 12 points, against the Hawks, 12 points. You know what I'm saying? There's some nights where Donovan Mitchell's off, but having this time off in these 4 days in between, I expect him to play a lot better. But head to head, he had 30 in the November 2nd game at Milwaukee, but then when they came back home against Cleveland 2 days later, he only had 14 points at home. But as you can see, 2023, 2024 last year, he was just lights out, 20 plus points. So I'm going off of the, not this game that they played against them where they won by 2. I'm going more off of this game in November 2nd where they won by 1. I think it's going to be a close game. I think Donovan Mitchell does play better than he did his last game at home against them. I think he does get over 15 points. I mean, right under the line, 14. I'm not too mad about that. I would definitely take his 15. Not going to just be like, oh, he got 14 last time, I'm going to fade him. I think he could definitely get 15 as Donovan Mitchell. And I think he could definitely get 20. So if you want to take 15 or 20 for Donovan Mitchell, that's great. But my favorite play for him is his assist over 3.5 to get 4 assists. If you want to take the 5, it's a little bit of a push, but I think he can definitely get it. Especially with how he's been diving the balls lately, I think it's a good play. But definitely his 20 points, I think, is a good play too, just because of defensively, the Bucks don't really defend the spots where he scores the most at. So I mean, we can definitely see him score some buckets today. But more than anything, when I see a team going against the Bucks, the one thing I like to look at is the center, and who's the center for these Cleveland Cavaliers is Jarrett Allen. This is my favorite straight bet of the day, and the reason why is because not only the head-to-head matchup, 15 and 14 this year, 30, 21, 21, 24 the previous year, but also just the overall statistics behind it. The pick and roll, man, as you can see against the Thunder, they struggled to stop Isaiah Hartenstein in the first half. And it's not a Giannis problem, it's a Brook Lopez problem just because he's a little bit slower down there. And then when you have Giannis and Brook Lopez down there, Giannis sometimes has to guard outside with somebody like Evan Mobley who will be spreading the floor because he does shoot as well. He's going to leave Jarrett Allen wide open in the paint to just get some good pick and rolls between him, Darius Garland, or him and Donovan Mitchell, and score easily against this Bucks team, which has been playing better defensively, but against this position, I mean, they're 6th ranked right there in the paint area, but right here, you can still score some easy buckets with Jarrett Allen, where he has 21% of his points being scored. So I think he can still get him in that painted area. I mean, they're ranked six, but it's because they've been playing way better as of lately as a defense. But Damian Lillard being out, I think, is a big difference for his team. Max Strus might be back, so that could be a good look for this game as well. But more than anything, I would just be looking at Donovan Mitchell's assist, Evan Mobley over in his, not Evan Mobley, Jarrett Allen over in his points. And his rebounds might be a good look too. I mean, I would take it at 9.5 if you can take it on certain books, just because it just gives you that extra, little leeway. But only on Hard Rock you can only take 9. So I took 9 rebounds just because I believe he'll definitely easily get 9. I mean, just overall this season, 19 out of 27 hit rate. I'll definitely take my chances with that, especially against this Bucks team, which I've seen them give up a good amount of rebounds to center position before, so I don't see them not doing it again against Jarrett Allen. And the dude's just going to be all over the glass the whole game. That's what I believe. I mean, they're going to probably have Evan Mobley probably switch out to Brook Lopez when they're out on the three-point line, keep Jarrett Allen in that paint to stop Giannis. And so I see him getting a lot of rebounds in this game. So I like that play. I like Jarrett Allen's points more than anything. I think his over 12.5 is a pretty easy line to hit. So I like it. I like these lines where they feel very easily that you can do it within 2 quarters. So that's why I like these certain players in these matchups, in these scenarios. So definitely like him today. And Giannis Antetokounmpo, if we're taking him today, we're taking his assists. Damian Lillard being out, I mean, against this team, this is a great plus money play, in my opinion. He had 9 assists, 10 assists, and 5. This is definitely a good play today for Giannis's assist. And honestly, this could be a good day to take his triple double. I mean, I believe that he could get a back to back triple double after riding that high off of just getting a triple double in the NBA Cup against a better defensive team, in my opinion. So I mean, if you're going against I mean, I'm not gonna say the Cavs are a worse defensive team. They're pretty decent defending, being as a defense, but they score a lot more than OKC. They're more of an offensive heavy team. They're not very defensive minded per se. So in that case, I would basically say that Giannis could definitely get a triple double today. So sprinkling Giannis a triple double, I don't think will be that too crazy today. I think it's actually a pretty good play, but that's just my opinion. Maybe I'm just a little bit crazy. 100% I am. But Giannis today, I like his, over 20 points easily. But more than anything, I like his assist. I think that, I mean, the 7.5 is a little bit high. I mean, you can bump it down to 6.5 or maybe even 5.5. I think the 5.5 would be as low as, you would want to go without getting too much juice. But I believe he can get 7 to 8 very easily. I believe in this game, with the game flow in general, how it's going to be a little bit faster pace with how Cleveland plays and they shoot a lot of threes. He can definitely rack up a lot of assists early on transition plays where he can just dish the ball out to someone like AJ Green or Andre Jackson and get some easy shots in. So I definitely like Giannis today, and I like his over and assist definitely. And we're talking about another player on this team that I like in this game. We're going Brook Lopez and over 4.5 rebounds. Like I said, I like lines where I feel like they're very low, very much doable within 1 or 2 quarters. And this seems like one of those lines where Brook Lopez can get 3 rebounds in the first quarter, and now we're only sweating 2 rebounds the rest of the game, which he'll definitely hit. And the hit rate against this team is actually pretty good, 6 and 6 the last 2 times he played. And I mean, if you see all the defensive ranking, there's 10th in rebounds, so they're not that, they're top 10, but they're not, 1 or 2, so we can still see Brook Lopez getting some rebounds. And the way that Brook Lopez will be guarding down there and who he will be guarding, which will be Jarrett Allen, I see him just being down in the paint area a lot, so he's going to have a lot of opportunities for rebounds. As you can see, last year he had 12, 9, 4 in one game, and 10 in another game. So potential for a double-double? I don't think so, but when he plays more than 30 minutes, he's definitely getting those 6 rebounds. So if you can see these last 2 they played, which were close games, he played the 36 minutes and got those 6 rebounds. So I like him over the 4.5. You can even bump it down to maybe 3.5. It might not be that juice, which I don't think is a bad bet at all. And if you can see his 2024 stats, he's hit that 18 out of 26 times. If you want to bump it all the way down to 3 because you just want to take no risk, 100%. I feel you because I don't like to take risk either. So if you want a sure bet, 3 rebounds will be an easy bet as well. So that's my take on this game. And then my last picks are these OKC. OKC versus the Miami Heat. Boy, oh boy, this was a kind of a difficult matchup for me, honestly, in my opinion, to really choose what I like the most about this game. But I found some things that I like a lot. So let me get right into the first pick, which Bam Adebayo. All right. So we're taking his 4.5 assists. So we can bump it down to 3.5, which 4 assists, which as you can see, a 70% hit rate on the season. And the reason why I like this matchup so much is, I mean, they haven't played this year, but as of last year, he had 4 assists and 6 assists against them. And I mean, the hit rate by position in this season, I mean, Anthony Davis got 7 assists against them. So if AD's out there in the paint dropping 7 assists on you like he's a goddamn prime Jason Kidd, there's, with how Bam Adebayo's been passing the ball this season, averaging 5 assists, I think asking him to get 3 or 4 this game is not that much to ask for, especially with Isaiah Hartenstein going to be down there. I think he's going to have a little bit more hard time scoring with Isaiah down there. But I think, he does score enough buckets to, get over 10. Maybe even gets 15. I just don't see Bam having a big scoring night because they do have good interior defense. He's not Giannis, let's just be honest, but he'll definitely get the assist opportunities, and I think the rebounds opportunities as well. So you take his assist and rebounds today, which is at 15.5. I think he definitely gets that today. I think he's going to be looking to rebound and assist more. And the Thunder actually are very bad at defending. I mean, not defending, but rebounding as a team and against the center position. I mean, you've seen how many rebounds they allowed against, Brooke Lopez, and look, it's Wendell Carter last night, and also Bitadze got his rebounds as well. So they're just a bad rebounding team. So if you're gonna take a rebounder, I would definitely take Bam Adebayo to rebound today against this team. I think it's a very good look. And if you see the head-to-head matchup, I would say bump it all the way down to 9.5 if you can in certain books, or bump it to 9. Where, like I said, at Hard Rock, that's the only lowest I can take it. But 2024, 69 out of 24 hit rate, still a really good hit rate of 66%. You can't be 100% all year, you know what I'm saying? It's hard enough, you know. I mean, you could, but, you know how it be. But that's a good pick. I like Bam Adebayo today for his assists and his rebounds. Take them separate, take them together, take assist to rebounds, do as you please. But we're going to look at the other side of the ball, which is maybe a weird pick. I know it's probably a little bit strange, maybe a little stupid, but I don't think it's that stupid. I think because the Thunder going out on a back to back, and just I'm just gonna break this down as a positional, in this place as how do I phrase it? In this matchup, this was the best, I believe, lowest line player where their straight line was so low that I was kind of in shock. Like, why their line so low, but the other player so high? But I can see why they did it this way. That Case and Wallace has his line at minus 130, right? It's only 11 out of 27 hit rate. But then we look at Isaiah Joe, same line, but a plus money play, higher hit rate. So 64% hit rate on the season for Isaiah Joe at the 6.5 point line. And if we look at the opposing defense and where they struggle the most, and by position, 10 out of 15, 67% hit rate as well, towards the same basically role that he plays on this team. And by prop madness standards, you know what I'm saying, that's 6 out of 8. So that's a pretty good rate. If we look at this, we see the opposing defense, where do they struggle the most? Right here in the corner 3 area and in the perimeter in general. So they're 13th ranked, 19th in the corner 3, 25th in the corner 3. And where does Isaiah Joe shoot 18% of his 3-point shots? Right in that corner 3 and out here in this 3-point line. He does sometimes get in the mid-range area. He is a good shooter. I was watching him the other day and I was like, yeah, I got to start betting on this guy, man. I got to start putting some money on Isaiah Joe scoring whatever his point line is, because that dude can score, man. He can definitely score. And we can see his last couple games, he did went over this line, only 19 minutes, 18 minutes. But when we go to the back-to-back, and when the Thunder on a back-to-back, this is what I love the most about it. He had 31 minutes in the last game that they had a back-to-back against the Clippers where they won by 6. 31 minutes, 12 points, 5 for 12. And then the other game, he had 22 minutes in the back-to-back, 4 from 8 from the field, and he had 12 points. And then I guess the other game, he only had 16 minutes, was in the very beginning of the season where they were on a back-to-back. But, the team was a lot more rested. They played their starters probably a lot more. And he just only played 16 minutes, probably played the garbage time minutes because, beginning of the season, you want to play your players the full game, I guess, get all their stats. Cool. But as you can see in the most recent back-to-back situations, he has gone over this line. And if we go back to 2023, 2024, he went over this line in 10 out of 14 times. That's 71% hit rate on back-to-backs. And I just love these stats. And I mean, right here in the same area, he went on a little streak where in the back-to-back games, he was going over this line pretty much easily. So I really like Isaiah Joe to get over 6.5 points. You can even bump him down to 5. I think he gets to 5 easily. I think even off the back-to-back, 21 out of 25, 84% hit rate. Let's stop fading Isaiah Joe. Let's stop not even talking about Isaiah Joe. This Thunder bench is the real deal. Isaiah Joe, go get me some 6 points, buddy, or 7 points. Come on, dog. You got it. Easy money. Hopefully. But that's my main play for that. And the last play, I guess, would be Isaiah Hartenstein over 10 points. And also, as a double-double, I think him and Bam Adebayo were looking for a double-double night. I think Bam and him getting a double-double is a good play today. But I do like his points over 10. And then maybe even taking a look at his rebounds just because Miami's a little bit small. Take him at 8.5, at 9, or the 10 mark. Like I said, I don't like to take someone at 11 or 12 rebounds. It's exhausting to watch them not get it. Okay, so I'd rather see somebody, get this, the little more, reasonable lines, 9 or 10. But I like Isaiah Hartenstein for a double double, and I like Bam Adebayo for a double double. So tell me what you think in the comments below. Tell me what you're riding with today. What what are your picks for today? And hopefully we hit today. I'm gonna put in the pin comment because the games will be starting in like 2 hours. Put in the pin comment my picks, all of them. Not explain, but you know what the fuck I mean, man. But fuck Draymond. I'm out of here. Hope y'all have a great day. And the whole saying, stay humble, stay hungry. Let's get some motherfucking money today, man. Peace.